Amid such tragedy, the state has an obligation to examine its actions as rigorously and as candidly as possible and to learn every lesson for the future, which is why I have always said that when the time is right, there should be a full and independent inquiry. So, Mr. Speaker, I can confirm today that the government will establish an independent public inquiry on a statutory basis with full powers under the Inquiries Act of 2005, including the ability to compel the production of all relevant materials and take oral evidence in public under oath. Every part of our United Kingdom has suffered the ravages of this virus, and every part of the state has pulled together to do battle against it. And if we are to recover as one Team UK, as we must, then we should also learn lessons together in the same spirit. So we will consult the devolved administrations before finalising the scope and detailed arrangements so that this inquiry can consider all key aspects of the UK response. Mr. Speaker, this process will place the state's actions under the microscope, and we should be mindful of the scale of that undertaking and the resources required to do it properly. The World Health Organization has said that the pandemic has now reached its global peak and will last throughout this year. Our own scientific advisors judge that although more positive data is coming in and the outlook is improving, there could still be another resurgence in hospitalizations and deaths. We also face the persistent threat of new variants, and should these prove highly transmissible and elude the protection of our vaccines, they would have the potential to cause even greater suffering than we endured in January. And there is, in any case, a high likelihood of a surge this winter when the weather assists the transmission of all respiratory diseases and when the pressure on our NHS is most acute. So I expect that the right moment for the inquiry to begin is at the end of this period in the spring of next year, spring 2022. And Mr. Speaker, I know that there will be some in this chamber and many bereaved families who will be anxious for this inquiry to begin sooner. So let me reassure the House that we are fully committed to learning the lessons at every stage of this crisis. And we've already subjected our response to independent scrutiny, including 17 reports by the Independent National Audit Office and 50 parliamentary inquiries already. And we will continue to do so. We will continue to learn lessons as we have done throughout the pandemic. But no public inquiry could take place fast enough to assist in the very difficult judgments which will remain necessary throughout the rest of the year and the remainder of the pandemic. The months of preparation